It was again a new day and another morning as usual for Vian. Boring, she murmured under her breath, looking herself last time in the mirror after getting fully ready for office before she turned towards her bed to grab her bag and laptop. Just then she heard footsteps. They were steady, filled with confidence and dominating. It was her arranged husband. She wondered why he never felt down or tired, repeating everything every day. Why she never saw any emotion in his dark eyes. Did he really a emotionless human, or he just really good in hiding his emotions? As she was thinking about it, she didn't notice her husband, also her boss, was staring at her with raised brow, his hands in his pockets. If you done daydreaming, then shall we go for office? He asked in his deep voice. Mirvan flinched. She cleared her throat and looked away, but then her brows frowned as she noticed something unusual. Wait, she suddenly made Jungkook stop on his track while she walked and stood in front of him. Ah, she looked so tiny in front of him. Jungkook's inner voice interrupted as soon as she stopped in front of him. Your tie. She pointed at his tie while he frowned in confusion and looked towards his tie and then her, because he didn't find anything wrong. What's wrong with it? He asked mid sign. Let me do it, she said, and the next moment Jungkook's heart did a flip when she touched him near his neck as she fixed his tie under his shirt collar. She literally gives me butterflies. Oh, why I feeling that way? She's so tiny. I might hurt her if no, no, no. What the hell are you thinking? Jungkook internally shook off his wild thoughts while Van stepped back after finishing her work. It's done, Jungkook. She smiled a little, but he just hummed and walked away, leaving her blinking her eyes in disbelief. What an ice cold human. But why I'm feeling hot, huh? I should be shivering due to cold because I was too close to that refrigerator like human. Ah, forget it. She murmured before following him, not knowing Jungkook didn't say anything because he felt his voice might not come out as they were so close to each other for the first time. Vine and Jungkook got married 2 months ago. It was an arranged marriage. They both didn't know anything about each other, nor they got time to do so. As Vine just had completed her studies and wants to do internship before taking over her father's company, but her father handed over her to Jungkook means he arranged her marriage with him. Now she was his secretary too. The most difficult work for her as she had to tolerate him in the office. It wasn't very hard if he sometimes smiled over her, if he just sat with her in the office and they drink coffee together while chatting about something romantic, but it was far beyond her expectations. She swore she never saw him even chuckling over something. She only saw him in anger. She witnessed only cold eyes that shows no emotions. She wondered if he even cried when he born and the doctor slapped his. He was a mafia king, a ruthless, dangerous one, but it doesn't mean he felt himself a dead body, right? The thoughts daily dance in her mind, pushed her to do something that melted his icy demeanor. As she was a lively girl, she wants to love and loved by someone also, but she was scared to do anything. Van, can you bring me that red label company's file? He said, diverting his gaze from his laptop to her while she nodded and got up from her desk before walking towards shelves where they kept important files. As she tried to reach out her hand to pick that file, Jungkook asked for she found it too high. The file was placed on the top shelf. You should have kept a stool here, Ryan. Now the devil sitting behind me was definitely making fun of my height. Ryan internally cut herself for being shorty, not knowing Jungkook was controlling his smile, seeing her struggling and on her tiny jumps. He silently stood up and walked towards her while she was trying to get that file. Can't he just take that file by himself? Why he told me to do this, huh? I'm sure he just did this to make fun of my height because he's tall. I know, Mr. Coldly. You just want to embarrass me. A small gasp left from her mouth out of fear when she turned her head back while mumbling everything to peek at him and found him staring directly in her soul. He was behind her, so close that if she moved an inch, she would be on him. As she quickly pressed her back on the shelf to maintain the distance, Wan's heart was beating fastly, almost trying to come out of her mouth, while Jungkook raised his brow, looking at her. So what were you saying just now? Continue, I want to know. He said, made her eyes widen. Oh my god, he heard whatever I said. Now I'm gone. He will send me directly to the hell for sure. Wan thought while pressing herself against the shelf. I didn't say anything. Her voice came out like a bird was chirping as Jungkook was towering her. It was exciting and intimidating both to her. That made her difficult to move or breathe. She found her cheeks start burning when he placed his hand on the side, tapping her in between him and the shelf while she pressed herself back. I wonder what will happen when she was me. I want to kiss those lips so hard. Jungkook in her voice again started giving him scenarios as he got fully occupied and leans down slowly, while one closed her eyes ready to feel his lips on hers. She was screaming internally due to the butterflies, but then she felt the cold air hitting her. Jack, she thought as Jungkook was reading the file like nothing happened. She glared at him secretly in disappointment and embarrassment before leaving the office while Jungkook chuckled, remembering her face all ready for the kiss. I can't kiss you here because if I did, I have to stop myself that I don't want to. Also, I don't know what you want. I know you felt the same as me, but still I saw fear in your eyes that always stopped me to approach you. He thought and then he smirked. I promise. Van with fast steps, almost like running in her heels, but inside her only best friend's office room. Her best friend, who is also production manager of the company. Oh, wow, wow, what's wrong, girl? Easy, she said while Van huffed, sitting on the chair, and started throwing her legs on the air. She was whining like a little girl in frustration. That my Mr. Goldie, he tricked me, Leila. I'm feeling so embarrassed right now. She hid her face in her palms while Leila frowned. But how? What exactly happened? Can you tell me? She asked, leaning on her desk as Van told her what happened earlier. Oh my, that's really embarrassing. She couldn't hold and laughed, mid Van to glare her. You can only laugh at me because your boyfriend is so head over heels for you. Alright, make fun of me, I'm not gonna stop you. She pouted and looked away, made Leila to control her laugh. She cleared her throat. Okay, I'm not making fun of you, but you should not wait for him to make move. Did you forget the girl you were back then? Bold and fearless, lively. Live like that in front of him, breathe like that. Why did you change yourself? She asked as Van blinked, then looked at her. I didn't kiss anyone before, idiot. I always want my man will make first move and kiss me. Lala rolled her eyes, leaning back on her chair. He's your husband though. Well, it's not your fault. Either Mr. June has that intimidating, dominating, cold and dark personality. Every girl, even man, think twice before doing something. She said as Van nodded while pouting. But you know what, Van? Mr. June is the kind of man that every girl wants. Tall, handsome, intelligent, and such a hot dad. Yeah, he's my husband. I know about his qualities. She said while glaring at Leila with a mad pout. Made Leila giggle and nodded. I know how possessive you are, but that's the truth. Girls could do anything just to get men like him. That's why I'm telling you to leave shyness and do something. Like what? You have experience, so tell me, what should I do? She asked in desperation as Leila exhaled heavily. Give him butterflies, girl. One frowned in confusion as she raised her brow and leaned forward on the desk. Butterflies? Do men feel butterflies like us? She asked as Leila too leaned forward with a mischievous smirk. Yes, they do. Trust me, Jack always said when I hug him from behind. He said once, oh Lela, you give me butterflies when you do that. She told Vian while mimicked her boyfriend Jack. That made Vian giggle. Oh my god, he's cute. But my husband made of ice. Do you understand that? They do have feelings, Vian. You just have to spark that feelings in him. You are his wife. Grab that opportunity, babe, and do some magic. Don't cry like hopeless romantic woman. You just have to do little bit of efforts. Then further is up to him. She grinned and winked, looking at Vian, whose eyes were sparkling with hope, with excitement and thrill. Vian clapped, while a excited scream left her mouth as her mind started to run in many ways. It was Sunday, so Vian woke up a little late, as she stays awake till late night watching some K-dramas and finding ways to give Jungkook butterflies, but she got nothing much except some ideas that she was going to execute today. As she turned towards Jungkook's side, she slowly opened her eyes a bit and found his side empty. Oh my god, I have to do according to my plans, she groaned, seeing the time as she realized she was late. According to her plan, she decided to make breakfast and serve him by herself because only on Sundays there is no maids allowed in the mansion. Aish, plan 1 is miserably failed without even working on it. She shook her head in disappointment and went into the bathroom to get fresh. As she came out of the bathroom, she quickly changed her pajamas and wear a cute white crop top and jeans with a waist chain that was looking eye-catching. That thin silver chain was shining up extraordinary on her white skin, but it wasn't in her plan. She just wore her outfit for the day and went downstairs to eat breakfast made by Jungkook. After eating breakfast, she knows where Jungkook must be, so she made her way towards his office with a glass of fresh orange juice first time in a while. Good morning, Jungkook. She greeted him as soon as she entered in his office room. Her heart was beating in nervousness. Good morning. He greeted her back, eyes on his laptop. Damn, this Jungkook on Sundays is different. He was wearing black suede shirt and pants, his sleeves pulled upward, showing his tattoos. Juan inhaled a long breath and walked towards his desk before she placed the juice glass on the desk. Jungkook took a quick glance at the glass, surprised by her act. He couldn't help the urge to steal a quick glance at her wife, and that's it. A quick glance made his heart skip a bit. The breath stuck in his throat, and he found himself gulping. I made this for you, try it. She spoke with a shy smile that felt like honey to his ear. It was rare. She made something for him as she never got a chance to do. She hardly had time for something as she always had to stick with Jungkook as his personal secretary, but now she was determined to take their relationship further than the boss and secretary. They were married couples and both were secretly longing for each other's affection. Jungkook, what happened? She asked as she found him lost in his thoughts. Her voice snapped him out of his crazy thoughts. He immediately looked away while Vine frowned. She didn't understand his expressions as they were unreadable as always. Nothing. Are you going somewhere? He asked without looking at her, finding difficult making words. Aish, without doing anything, she is giving me whole damn zoo of butterflies. He thought, trying to act normal. No, I'm not. Why? Just ask. I thought you were going out by your dressing. He said, glancing shortly at her, made her look at herself. I can if you took me out, she said while shrugging her shoulders with a smile that always melted his heart. Jungkook in seconds hid his surprise expression as he was good at this. So you want to go out with me? Wan noted behaving the way she was before marrying him. That left Jungkook in awe. He liked the way she openly asked him to go out. Okay then, how about going out for dinner? He asked and looked at her surprise when she gasped. Really? I'm ready for sure. She said while walking towards his side, while Jungkook on his chair turned towards her. Now his attention was on her only. That work and everything. I'm going to watch her and adore her all the day if she act like that. He thought, eyes fixed on her, stealing glances at her waist as the chain was shimmering whenever she moved and light reflected on the chain. Oh, what's that? She asked in surprise when she found her lost earring in his bookshelf. It was a little star filled with tiny diamonds that lost on their engagement day. She picked it up with her fingers and looked at Jungkook with questionable look. Where did you find this? I was finding it crazily. She asked mid Jungkook gulp. I found this stuck on my coat sleeve, so I just put this here. He said, and his heart stopped when man suddenly hugged him while he was still on his chair. Thank you for keeping this, Jungkook. It was from my mother. I was so upset that I lost it, but thanks to you, I got this back. The earring was a gift from her mother that she gave Ryan before her death. That's why it was so close to Ryan that she wore it on her engagement day, and it fell down accidentally, and Jungkook kept it, knowing it belongs to the love of his life. I'm sorry I suddenly hugged you. She broke the hug when she realized what she did, while Jungkook looked away as she was standing so close. His eyes didn't want to look away on her face. He was controlling himself as still he thinks his action might scare her if he grab her and it's absolutely fine, man. You can hug me, he said, avoiding her as it was getting hard to control while Ryan's mouth slightly got open in shock. Are you serious? Her voice like a whisper as it was hard to believe for her. Can you please sit over there, Ryan? He pointed towards the chair opposite his table, made Ryan confused. Why am I disturbing you? No, I mean yes, you are distracting me. Distracting you? How? She asked, feeling sad as she thought she distracted him when he was busy. She felt her heart shuddering as she didn't even start to make moves, tried to take their relationship further ahead, while in reality, Jungkook was trying to not scare her by his actions. Look, Ryan, I don't want to scare you. Her brows narrowed in confusion while he closed his eyes before opening them again. But This time he was staring deep in her eyes as he stood up. What do you mean? I am not scared of you, but if you are getting disturbed because of me, then I can leave. She was about to turn and walk away, but Jungkook held her wrist, stopping her on her track. You don't scared of me? He asked, his voice deep and slow, while Vine slowly shook her head and gasped when he pulled her towards him. Now, are you scared? He asked as he tugged a hair strand behind her ear, sending shivers down to her spine. Scared, she felt thousands of butterflies that two different colors of them. No, she whispered as now her voice didn't able to come out because of their closeness, and the next moment she yelled when he sat on his chair and pulled her on his lap. Now they was just inches apart as their breeze mingled together. And now, do you feel scared when if I told you I want you like we need air to breathe? If I told you that I'm getting restless every passing time and day without you, I want to love you and I might not be able to. Does it scare you if I told you I love you deeply and crazily? He whispered while Van's heart was pounding in her chest. She thought she will get a heart attack right now, but next moment she felt alive in his arms. When she felt his warm palm resting on her bare waist, his finger playing with the chain, she blinked her eyes slowly once then again, and after clenching his shirt by his neck, she pressed her lips on his. The kiss, both tender and rough, telling the longing, the love, the unspoken emotions they both have kept inside themselves, but now they pour out every emotions as they held each other in a rightful way, telling each other that they belong to each other. I am not scared of you, but I felt protection in your presence. I felt complete with you. I love you too, Jungkook. She whispered and Jungkook smiled, pulling her in a hug. But I didn't give you butterflies. Oh, you did, I swear, my butterfly. You gave me millions of them, but now it's my turn.